Hello and welcome to the inaugural edition of the Life After Losses vlog. Now basically, the vlog is going to be me reading the blog to you. So, right now, that's what I envision. I have no idea where it's going to go. Some people like audio, some people like video, some people like to read. So, I'm trying to reach a bigger audience. Today's entry is number 144. I went back and counted. And it's called Do What You Want to Do. Now, 5 years ago this week, and I know because I use an app that reminds me of things that I've shared in the past. Before I started this Life After Losses journey, I shared a meme that I saw that read, you know all those things that you've always wanted to do? You should do them. And I suppose it was around that time, nearly 5 years after the death of my second husband, that I started putting in motion those things that I always wanted to do. I just didn't realize it at the time, though. This was also around the time that I started stepping back from the committees and the volunteering that I was doing, because there was so much of it. I found myself keeping busy because first it helped me to feel better by doing something for others, and number two, it filled those nights that felt so lonely at times. And those are some of the reasons why I suggest to people to volunteer when they tell me that they're feeling lost or they don't know what to do. The act of selflessly helping others takes the focus off of the grief and off of our personal situation, which I found helpful even for a moment's respite. I started consciously making decisions that would allow me to do those things I always wanted to do. I fulfilled my terms and commitments for the PTO, the Boys and Girls Club, the school committee, the Architectural Preservation District Commission. And then 4 years ago, I shared another meme that read, I try to live my best life so that when we reunite in heaven, you say, thank you for turning your pain into something beautiful for me. And I think that's what I've been doing by volunteering for causes and organizations my husband believed in. At first it was the PTO because he was a fixture in the schools and advocating for our children, and I wanted to be close to a cause that he championed. Then I donated a buddy bench to the primary school in his memory when I read about how they helped kids feeling lost or bullied. Then it was the Boys and Girls Club because there was another way for me to advocate and support for the children in our community. Then I ran for school committee and won the election. He had tried the year before he died, but he fell short of the number of votes. Again, advocating for the children in our community. And he loved this old house that we bought when we moved to New England. So when the town adopted an Architectural Preservation District bylaw, and this is where my house is located, I volunteered to be on the commission that defined the procedures and rules to meet the intent of the bylaw. All of these things I did for me, in his memory. And after I cut back on the volunteerism, I started writing my memoir, Life After Losses, which I guess turned into a love letter of sorts to both of my husbands. I recounted the relationships and the hardships and navigating the world of grief. Through the book and the blog, I've been sharing how I try to live my best life, while I hope inspiring others to do the same. I took the pain of those losses and tried to create something useful and lasting. Now I'm doing what I do now. I know that tomorrow isn't guaranteed. So I try to live my best life now to pursue dreams I thought had vanished decades ago. I live my life because they didn't get to.